Hi everyone, Brian Zane here. I just got this in the mail today. It's the August edition of Pro Wrestling Loot. Pro Wrestling Loot, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, who didn't see my last unboxing video, it's a lot like Loot Crate or Blue Apron or Nature Box or Wrestle Crate is the obvious comparison. It's the monthly gimmick where the box of goodies comes to your door. It's full of wrestling stuff, and it's for $17.99 a month. If you saw my last box, there was a lot of give and take. It was a lot of good stuff for its very first box. For the price point, I don't think you can really complain. The highlight for me was this Bret Hart Simpsons action figure. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's inside this box, so without any further ado, let's crack it open. I just cracked open the box, pulling out the first thing I see. Oh, here's a familiar face for me. This is Johnny Yuma's action figure from SoCal Pro Wrestling. This is pretty cool. Now, for those of you who don't know who Johnny Yuma is, he is based on the West Coast, primarily wrestles in Southern California. I met him a couple times when I was down in Riverside for something, and then he did a couple shows up in Oregon. If you follow TNA, he wrestled briefly as Lars Only up in TNA for a quick spell there a few years ago. This is his action figure from SoCal Pro. It's actually autographed by him too. I think that's pretty awesome. I think it's really cool when local or indie feds kind of come out with their own action figures. They have a whole line of them here in the back. You can see there's SoCal Crazy, Ricky Mandel, Johnny Goodtime, Chimera, and Johnny Yuma. That's pretty cool that they have this. It's great marketing for the Fed, and it's great for the merch table too. So yeah, awesome. First thing to come out of the box is a Johnny Yuma action figure. I see a t-shirt in this box. Let's see what's inside. It is, okay, this shirt says Pro Wrestling, Pro Wrestling. That is what the shirt is. I got mine in a large. It's black. Looks very sleek and stylish. One of the common things I heard people talk about after the first Pro Wrestling Loot unboxing I did was the lack of a t-shirt. And so I think, I don't think I need a t-shirt every month. This dresser is full of them, especially wrestling shirts. But I'm always looking to add new ones to my collection. And this is definitely one that I would wear. This is great. It's very simple to the point. Wrestling ring, pro wrestling. I like it. Up next, I see a DVD in the box. Let's see what it is. This is FCW, Finest City Wrestling. This, I know for a fact, is another Southern California fed, because I know some my wrestler friends here in Reno who go down there to work at, like the Reno Scum, who are actually listed on this DVD. It's from July 10th, 2015. It's got a lot of other names on here. It's got Paul London on there, Joey Ryan, B-Boy, Tyler Bateman's on there. These are all really well-known names in this part of the country. Up next, I see another tiny button, a tiny pin. This one says, support indie wrestling. It's a picture of a wrestling ring with a little heart surrounding it. That's kind of cool. I'll just put it down back in here. I also see a card with a drawing of Samoa Joe. This is another artwork by Gary Yap. He did the CM Punk artwork from the last unboxing that I showed you. And we have here a signed 8x10 of B-Boy, the New Age Punisher. This is a guy who, according to the bottom part of this 8x10, he's worked Lucha Underground, he's Ring of Honor, SoCal Pro, PWG, CZW. He's certainly worked around a lot, especially the West Coast. Like I said, this is a very California-flavored Pro Wrestling Loot box. Okay, so to review, in the August Pro Wrestling Loot box, you got the Pro Wrestling t-shirt, the autographed B-Boy 8x10. You've got the Samoa Joe artwork drawn and signed by Gary Yap. You've got the Finest City Wrestling DVD, and you've got the Johnny Yuma SoCal Pro action figure. I think for the price point for $17.99, this is a lot of good stuff. Now, a lot of people have asked me over the last month or so, because I've done unboxings for this and for Wrestle Crate, a lot of people have been asking me online, what would you suggest I get? What would be my pick? What do you think I should pick, Wrestle Crate or Pro Wrestling Loot? I think it really depends on what you're after and what you can afford. Now, I think the Ultimate Wrestle Crate for $30, $35 a month with shipping by Wrestle Crate, I think it's great. The stuff they have, premium quality stuff, the action figures they throw in there, the t-shirts, all that stuff, that's really good. Now, I think the $15 a month one that they have, the one my very first unboxing video, I think that's really lacking. I think what they had in there, I don't think was really worth the $15 a month. Now, for a couple dollars more, $17.99 a month with Pro Wrestling Loot, I think what they have in these boxes is a lot better than the $15 a month Wrestle Crate. So if you're not willing to afford or not able to afford the $30, $35 a month for the Ultimate Wrestle Crate, I think Pro Wrestling Loot is a great compromise because, like I said, it's better than the $15 a month Wrestle Crate for just a little bit more. So it's all about what you're willing to spend. And I think it's great the fact that they have a t-shirt and an action figure in this box this time. That was a common complaint I heard from last month's Pro Wrestling Loot. There was no t-shirt. Well, now there's both. And you know, who knows how regular it's going to be, but I think this is a great step in the right direction. And again, I like the fact this is a very California themed wrestling loot box. I think that's something that this company and maybe Wrestle Crate should also pursue. Maybe every once in a while they just do kind of a territory themed box. One month it's California, the next month it's Chicago or St. Louis, the next month it's Florida or the Carolinas or New England. I think that'd be really cool. It'd be a good way for people who don't have access to those different territories to learn more about the people who are there, the high quality wrestlers on the level of Joey Ryan and Johnny Yuma and Paul London, the people who, you know, are on the cusp of working on a national basis or have worked there or are working there. I think it's a great way to think. That's your free advice for Wrestle Crate and Pro Wrestling Loot. Just throwing that out there. But again, I think for $17.99 a month, this is a great deal. And right now, if you use the promo code ZANE, if you go to ProWrestlingLoot.com, promo code ZANE, you get 10% off your first crate. I think it's a great deal. And I'm not just saying that because I have a promotional code with this website. I think for $17.99 a month, it really can't beat this value. Leave your thoughts on this box in the comment section below. Be sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to Wrestling with Regret, and buy the t-shirt. I'm Brian Zane, and I'll see you next time.